Welcome back, everyone, to Sane Vibe Art. And if you're new here, welcome. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and ding that bell so that you can be aware of when I release new videos. So today we're going to draw a face. We're going to draw the face of a young woman, and I'm going to use a sketching technique. I don't always use this. Sometimes I just draw freehand, but I'm going to go ahead and just lightly trace out where I want the eyes to go, where I want the nose to go. And so that's what I'm doing here. And because the pencil markings should be so light, I'm going to erase anything that I don't want there. So I'm just kind of tracing out where everything is going to go. And I'm putting in the eyes right now. And it's okay if you make mistakes on where you put things. It may not look right, not the angle that you want. So you want to go ahead, and it's okay to erase and go back and put your correct placing or your correct markings. So I mean, this is a sketch, so you're going to finalize everything later. I had just put the nose in, and right now I'm kind of tracing where I want the eyes to go, and she's kind of looking kind of sideways, so the side on the right is going to be a little bit larger. The side on the left is going to be a little smaller because of the angle of her face. So right now I'm shading in the black part, the iris, and I'm also putting in a circle where I want the light to go. So I'm going to shade around the circle where I want the light to shine in, and then that's going to better highlight where the lighting is. That's where the lighting is coming from. So I'm just going to give a little bit more lighting around the eyes, because I think I might have brushed over something. It's really light, so I don't think you could see it. So now I'm putting in the mouth and just kind of shaping where I want it to go. So you can make them any way that you want. And remember, this is just testing. So if you just kind of shading and seeing where you want everything to be. If you want your lips to be a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, you know, you're not confined to the previous circle, the original circle that you drew. So you see I'm erasing some lines that I drew, and her head is not going to be that big. So don't worry about that. It's just an original shape, and I'm going to reshape it and put in her actual facial features. So you see now I'm kind of going around where I want it. I'm following the line that I put down the middle, or sort of towards the left down the middle. So I want the chin to add up to be where that line is, where it comes down underneath the lips and kind of centered where the lips are. So now I'm trying to figure where my jawline is going to be. I'm erasing some of my marks so they're not cluttering my area. And in the meantime, I'm erasing some of my eyes, which you'll probably see in a moment. So just kind of an accident. Oops, eyes are gone. Okay, that's all right. We'll fix that in just a minute. So I'm just going to add the eyes back in. And this also gives me a chance to reshape the eyes if I want to. So just taking a moment and erasing any marks that I don't want. I didn't like where that placement was. So gonna redo that. And I like that a little bit better. So just filling in, make sure her highlighting the lights from where the light is coming from, that highlight is coming in into her eyes. And redoing the other one, try to get it about the same size. Sometimes you can draw a line if you're not really sure about where your markings are going to be or not used to it. You can draw a line above the eyes and add a curve so that you know that it's 3D shaping and that you want, everything is not going to be straight across at the angle that her head is tilted. So you can draw a line that goes from one side of the head to the other so that you can match up the eye height and everything. So I've got the ear in, kind of redoing her chin. And I'm gonna put in her neck angle. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have struggled with it, but sometimes I have trouble with the neck angle. It looks kind of awkward, like maybe their neck is broken. So unless I'm doing just a real cartoony figure, I want it to look kind of realistic. Where I put her neck or his neck, depending on who I'm drawing. So I want to try to get a good angle, but um, this one seems to be okay. And like I said, you can change the angles, you can erase things. Um, you can change it to how you want it to be. You do not have to follow exactly what I'm doing. You can create your own figure. So adding a few eyebrows here. Again, from looking directly at it, the right side eyebrow is going to be a little bit longer, a little bit bigger, because the left side is not showing as much. So now I'm trying to figure out what type of hair I want and what I want to put in here. So gonna give her some bangs coming down. I'm still practicing a lot on drawing faces, drawing shapes, drawing hair, drawing figures. It's actually kind of fun once you get into it because you can design your own characters and, make them look more realistic. Or, I haven't attempted, well, I guess I kind of attempted an oil painting that was more hyper realistic, but I think I can do better than that. But in my drawings, I usually don't do hyper realistic type drawings. So a lot of times they're kind of cartoony or fairly realistic, but not, the hyper realistic where everything is represented, all the pores, every hair strand, all of those things that you can see. So sometimes it's just fun to freehand and see where you want things. And you can change it. You don't have to keep your hair the same either. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out what type of hair I want, what shape I want. And you see I put a headband above her bangs, so you'll see that it'll be more prominent. So that's not her head looking strange. It's actually a headband above her bangs. So just drawing her out, her hair out, giving her a few curls. And then now I'm putting the direction that I want it to seem that her hair is flowing. So she's got it kind of pulled back in her headband, so her hair is kind of puffed up in the back and then is flowing out to either side. So I'm going to put a few flowing lines in there. And you kind of want to make them a little curved with the curvature of her hair. Wherever it hangs more straight, you want it to have straighter lines. Wherever it's more curvy, you want it to kind of curve out with her hair. So now I'm just adding a neckline like she's wearing a shirt. And I'm darkening around her eyes so you can see her features a little bit better. And she starts to look a little bit more interesting once you do that. And I'm putting in the line that's the little fold line right above her eye there. So I'm just kind of going over it now, just darkening her features. making them a little bit more prominent. Just give her a little bit darker eyebrows, and feel free to not make her eyebrows as, dark as mine, or if you're coloring with color pencils, you can do what you'd like to do. This is just my quick interpretation of drawing a character and her little button nose. Getting her lips going. So we're almost done. And I'm just rounding out her face and finalizing the shape of her face. And I'm not going to add too much detail to her ears and everything like that, so because this is just a basic drawing. But I tend to put the little ear folds. Sometimes I add earrings. I make designs. With her headband. If I wanted to, I'd make more designs on her headband, color it in, all those types of things. But for now, I'm just kind of doing a basic drawing. So we're almost at the end here. If you like this video, again, like and subscribe, pass it along to whoever you would like, and I hope you enjoyed this.